the recent Card Expo 2016, Vice President MasterCard West Africa, Omokende Adebanjo, gave a presentation on retail payments in emerging e-commerce revolution in Africa.
According to McKinsey, 50% of the continent is expected to have access to the internet by the year 2025, and that online shopping could account for 10% of retail sales. You know, they sized it at $75 billion. E-markets research says that e-commerce around the world is growing at 16.8%. But whilst they are growing at 16.8%, Africa is actually growing at 25.8%.
To use the opportunity to give insight into the prospects for growth of the e-commerce platform in Nigeria and Africa, highlighted the barriers and challenges facing the industry, identified trends and development in the online shopping space. She also shared what the digital customer wants in the 21st century and emphasized the need for an improved shopper's experience online.
PayPal did some research, this is specific to Nigeria, in 2014. According to them, 89% of internet users in Nigeria are potential online shoppers, compared to 70% in South Africa and 60% in Kenya. Internet World Stats said in November 2015 that Africa is 16% of the world when it comes to population, and that we have 28.6% in internet penetration, and that the internet users in Africa are 9.8% of the population of the world. What are the barriers to start shopping online? 31% of people said they have concerns about the scarcity of online payments. 27% said they have a challenge with cost of delivery. 26% said they have concerns about not receiving what they have bought. And I'll say that, yes, we have research from the world's best. McKinsey, everyone says that there is growth in Africa. The middle class is growing. The middle class is spending. The middle class is spending online because there are more mobile phones. They're interacting with the internet. Internet penetration is getting deeper. Therefore, there is growth potential online. But we've also balanced that in Africa, we do have some challenges that are inhibiting the growth of online commerce. And we said some of those inhibitors are logistics, the fact that there's an open market, literacy level is also an inhibitor, etc. So we know that shoppers are increasingly demanding. You know, they're seeking information about better offers. Before, you would ask your friend or someone you know. Now, you just go on the internet to go and check which is cheaper, which is better. Between the years 1990 and 2009, it was more about the power of the merchant. So the merchants, more merchants that had more things together in one store had the ability of spending more. For instance, when I get to XYZ store, I'll be able to buy everything I want to buy without having to go out. But things have changed. We're now in the era where it's the consumer that has the power. The power is in the hand of the shopper. So the mindset of the merchant really needs to change in how they interact with this consumer, because they have a choice. Typically, I can buy today. I can pick an item, either to buy it from Amazon, or to buy it from Jumia, or to buy it from whichever other store. I have access to buy it from whichever store I want. So suddenly, my location is no longer a deterrent to what I want. I have the power now as the shopper. The digital customer today wants a personalized customer experience. I want to log on to a site and it will tell me, welcome, Omokende. These are the things you've bought before. Based on what you've bought before, these are the things we think you'll be interested in. By the way, because I know you wear size X, these are all the size X items that we have. That is what today's shopper wants. So it is not only one paradigm that the retail merchant should have now. It should be about having an integrated shopping experience. Whilst I have a good experience online, I should be able to have that same good experience offline. Offline defined as when I walk into your brick and mortar store. We have an always connected generation. And the people that have been very successful, at least globally, in retail e-commerce are people that are using these social media applications effectively. You see very powerful brands being very powerfully present online, and it's for a reason. Because if we're dealing with a digitally connected world, if it is the millennials that are making most of these purchases online, then you might as well go and connect with them where they are. We were also saying that when it comes to leading to greater sales and profit, retail partners have to deal with great and growing competition by creating effective marketing, optimizing transactions, and reducing cart abandonment. This means that you need to have complete visibility of the supply chain and capacity to provide the level of transparency required. We cannot overemphasize improving the shopper's experience. When the shopper comes to your website, what kind of experience do they have? You have to set a high standard for the shopper's satisfaction, because what will determine whether the person is going to have a repeat sale is basically, the experience when they come to your website the very first time. There's some websites that immediately you log into that website, you will get, you bought this before, these are the recommendations for your, and because they're basing it on actual information, the chances of you buying what they are offering to you, if you have money, is high. Because they're not going to bring what is not relevant. It's going to be something that is your size. It's going to be something in color you like. The only reason they know that is information from what you bought before. So in Africa, we're going to have to step up when it comes to having like a better shopping experience. And by using mining data. We think that more work should be done in this area when it comes to retailing in Africa online. We think there should be more work done in understanding who the consumer is in order to be able to provide a curated experience to that consumer.
With an interesting projection of growth of the e-commerce space in Africa at over 25.8%, key issues that need to be addressed to ensure that this growth is deepened to transform the economies of Nigeria and Sub-Saharan Africa include the cost of broadband, logistics, literacy rate, and improved data to continue to understand consumer experience.